Welcome back to week 20 of Wrestling in Mom's Basement. I, of course, am Patrick Young. This guy to my right wants me to blow nose on air, Joe Venuto.
There we go. This is our Monday Night Raw review for November 25th.
The week of November 20th. There you go.
Off the heels of Explosive Stars review, Raw presented a show that featured a major title change, the return of an anti-diva, the debuts of two all-female talents, and strolling ring action for Finn Balor and Samoa Joe. Roman defeated The Miz to win the Intercontinental Championship for the first time in his career. Tabloid broadcast that did little to introduce new feuds. They saw use of the Superstars at his disposal. Paige returned and immediately joined NXT stars Mandy Deville and Mandy Rose as Sonya Rose Deville. and beat down of the Royal Bulls Women's Division. Putting everyone that compares on the rubber on those. Braun Strowman and Kane's are the team. Joe knocked off Balor. And Dean Ambrose beat Sheamus and Polly Bell. But before all that, we get to kick things off with a Stephanie McMahon promo.
Yeah. If you've been a fan since 2015, you're in for the same old shit.
One night after Team Raw defeats Team Smackdown, that's our husband Triple H. Stephanie McMahon kicked off this week's broadcast on Aaron promo. She announced Kurt Angle's job is 1000% safe. Introduced the game before the CEO saying Angle's music played, and the Olympic gold medalist erupted the proceedings. Angle came face to face with Triple H and told him to take his job and shove it. This is coming for the cerebral assassin. Stephanie tried to come attention when Jason Jordan interrupted. George stopped before his father, to which Stephanie warned him that Triple H not for anyone in the locker room will take the 4-night champion. Braun Strowman's music played, and the Monster Room men came face to face with Triple H at Thunder's Ovation. Triple H backed down from Strowman, and his wife announced Strowman versus Jordan to the dismay of the audience. In one segment, we established Triple H's many issues, not the least of which is a mean, angry Strowman, who was looking to continue what he started last year by pummeling his superior. Stephanie's manipulating the situation, booking Jordan and Strowman is a smart booking choice, as the predatory third figure lets rivals tear each other apart. Most fascinating was Angle suggested they take the job and shut off it, especially since there was no obvious replacement in sight. And interesting segment kick off the show. I don't say it was good, man, but now W Creative Bill's on to the question.
I did think the promo was fine for the opener. However, it's starting to get to the point where the Stephanie absence is starting to wear off pretty quickly. Where she's back now, and now she's taking over each opening segment on Raw.
And she dances again.
Yeah, where she dances. And
welcome to Monday Night Raw.
Exactly. So it's almost like the same promos over and over again for the past 3 years. Even though she's been gone for like 6 months, it feels like she never left, and that could be a good thing and a bad thing. So it's a slippery slope, but right now it's fine.
Up next is Finn Balor versus Samoa Joe. The biting rivalry between Finn Balor and Joe escalated Sunday's Survivor Series was like the session led to elimination the Smackdown submission machine. Joe controlled the early portion of the match, grounded Balor and worked him over with a nerve hold. The heel continued to work the negative plan until Balor made an energetic comeback. Joe slows the momentum at ringside and delivered top rope some Sia. Levels on the floor. Joe delivered big SEO back inside the square circle, drawing near full. Balor attempted another comeback, but fell prey to a run sent on by his larger opponent. The aggressor clipped the leader to Balor, calling the cooking clutch, but Balor escaped. Joe survived a dropkick, crushed Balor on top rope, and applied no cooking clutch, this time until Balor passed out. The rivalry between Joe and Balor feels like it is just heating up, and this was a fine introduction to the post-Survivor Series. Joe's win, no matter what he did, makes him look like a dangerous heel, while Balor is perceived as being double tough for not tapping. He is preserved, and the Superstars move on to the next one. Not every rivalry needs a convoluted backstory. You know this does have a backstory if they ever want to mention it.
Yes.
A competitive rivalry built wins and losses worse on occasion. This is one season was more spectacular thanks to the intensity of the men involved.
Yeah, I really did like this match. I've been liking their little rivalry they've been having on Raw. I wish they did get to the NXT stuff that they had between each other, just to add a bit more history to it and add a bit more depth as well. But I did like the match. I don't mind Finn losing in this instance. Definitely not as much as Kane.
No.
Because Joe he needs a few wins as well. And if it adds to the rivalry of them beating each other left and right, I don't think it will necessarily be a bad thing.
Up next, Asuka versus Dana Brooke. NXT rivalry was renewed Monday. Asuka squared off with Dana Brooke all weekend. Remember tomorrow. Found someone on the receipt and a cheese shop and responded with a knockout kick. Brooke claimed in a pre-tape promo that she studied Asuka by watching her collect show on the WWE Network. It did not help her at all. Asuka overwhelmed Brooke from the start, delivering a running hip attack and knocked her opponent to the ring floor. Asuka loaded a series of kicks on the throat while holding her arm. The former NXT Women's Champion pummeled Brooke with a series of overhand strikes and a big kick, and the win was academic. This was one of my favorite things. Overall, it was a fun dismantling, perhaps because of an aggregate promo Brooke cut prior to the match. Asuka continues to gain momentum, dashing strong and entertaining squash matches. She knows how to play to the crowd and an element of heat to a match that most one-sided beatdowns do not to benefit from. It will help her considerably as she continues to care for the division.
Yeah, this is how you should use Asuka. Probably not as regular, but this is the type of stuff you should put Asuka in. Just have her come in, utterly destroy somebody, and then just wait for the big pay-per-views where you give her the big matches. So far, so good with Asuka.
Up next, Miz TV with Roman Reigns. One night after a disappointing loss of our quarter Star Series, the Miz versus Miz TV, flanked by the Miz Shiraz. After a backhanded compliment to Corbin, Miz repeatedly introduced Roman Reigns. But the Florida Chamber was nowhere to be found. That changed when the Shields music played and the trio hit the ring for a thunderous ovation. Miz asked that the Shields feeling really good about itself after a victory over the New Day Star Series. Reigns, Dean Ambrose, and Seth Rollins confirmed. The Intercontinental Chamber took such to the fact that no one thanked him for bringing his Shield back. The pro second blood on the Reigns challenge in the Miz Intercontinental Championship was true huge reaction from their fans. After Bryson loudmouth Bo Dallas, the trio lay waste to Prince Axel. Dallas called a beatdown the triple powerbomb in this segment. I was trying to write this as Raw 101, so I put if this led to Roman getting a hell shot, it would be like a beef segment. Otherwise, it was probably wasted. Didn't know if I was going to get the Shield from the live audience, but it did lead to Roman getting a hell shot. Potential rivalry with Miz and Miz Shiraz, not one the heels can believably win. Brenda and I have wasted time to think of that route again. Roman winning their championship is intriguing only because it is a title he has not yet cut. Will anyone really be surprised that's exactly why they gave it to him?
Pretty much so. Just to add another accomplishment going forward for Roman. It was pretty much a straightforward segment. Miz was being the arrogant prick he is, and Shield beat down Mr. Hodge. It was that straightforward, and set up the Intercontinental title match for later tonight.
Up next, Dean Ambrose versus Sheamus. The never-ending rivalry between Rollins, Ambrose, Sheamus, and Cesaro continued Monday night. As Lindsay Freuden's bound to Celtic Warrior in sequence competition, Ambrose has Sheamus real at one point, but the Irish was sent to the ring floor and to the point. Sheamus targeted the injured right elbow of Ambrose, which was fairly rapid for Sunday's pay-per-view. He utilized the strength and size advantage to work Ambrose, keep him prone. The gusty Ambrose encouraged further beating down Sheamus to continue his attack. It was a ploy, though. As he falls way back into the match, he used Florida Chamber's own mohawk against him, sliding him back first in the match. Ambrose ducked a bird kick and delivered a top rope supersede to his opponent on ring 4, wiping him out and drawing a reaction. At ringside, Cesaro attacked Rollins, allowing Sheamus to steal a quick 2 count. Shown the full of Sheamus frustrated, Rollins attacked Cesaro ringside, and Ambrose delivered dirties to score the victory. Like most matches these guys have, it was watchable and fun. The problem comes from the fact that there does not appear to be anywhere else for the two teams to go. They have worked each other so often the feud has become a steal. Brian beat into the ground, WWE will be wise to separate the two teams and let them do something else.
Yeah, they have to figure out the sorry.
They had to figure out the other tag teams that are a role, which are the Revival and Heath Slater and Rhino and Gallows Anderson.
Yeah, let's hope for this instance the Revival has to come back for the Shield with feud with, just so that there's another team that breaks it up. Because right now, yeah, you're getting to the very end of what the Bar and the Shield can do to each other in a feud.
Next, Alexa Bliss promo. Alexa Bliss made her way to the ring in just 24 hours into a loss to Charlotte at Survivor Series. She said that no matter her loss, she was still the goddess of Raw. Mickey James around that said she was tired of staying on told for the women's division. Let's start the rotation of women after every pay-per-view on Raw. Alright, out comes Bayley. How come Sasha? Now this week, this month, not Nia, but we should all follow before Bush tried to leave. Angle's music played, and the Joe Master announced a failed 4-way no-one contenders match between James Fox, Banks, and Bayley. Just moments.
Kayfabe-wise, I'm not sure why Asuka wasn't included in this.
No. Just moments into the match, Paige's music played. Thank the Lord. And the anti-demon may return to the show. She asked if everyone missed her, drawing a huge reaction.
She also may have had the biggest reaction on Raw, too.
Mm-hmm. As she made her way to the square circle, Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville from NXT. Soon, the newcomers to Paige left all prospective no contenders line before staying tall. And backstage segment their match, the trio left Bliss line too. This is, question the decision bringing. These two, this was overall one of my favorite parts.
Yeah.
Overall. Because just like that, Division needed first faces got with their entire Page and the debut of Rose and Deville. The true main impact, leaving every major name in the Division Lion. If that was not enough, there's a great intrigue and interest in the reason Paige lined up with the woman she did. Was their endgame, water together? The answers to those questions are going to be reached in the weeks to come. If WWE is smart, they'll develop secondary rivalries for the woman that has at its disposal, rather than shoehorn everyone in the title picture.
So first thing first, I'm happy to see Paige back, finally. She's also about 250 pounds lighter. Get it, Del Rio. Yeah. Well,
or
anyway.
Sasha will buy her.
That's true. Anyway, yeah, she's freed Del Rio. She's out there. She seems happy to be back. Yeah, there's probably a big mistake on not bringing her back as a face with the reaction she got. But still, it was a great moment. I am also worried about Mandy and Sonya at this point. They're sort of green. They were green in NXT. Yeah. At least Sonya was in the last 6 months.
And Mandy hasn't been on TV since last year.
Exactly. So maybe Mandy got better. I don't know. She has been on NXT TV, so I haven't seen it. But still, it was a very big moment, very exciting moment, and the Raw woman needed bodies. So.
And boy, did they get one in the form of Mandy.
That's true.
Sorry.
I didn't mean bodies in that way, but
they need bodies to have in their at the disposal.
But yes, Mandy is quite attractive.
That's right. Up next.
Fucking fine.
That's right. Up next, Braun Strowman versus Jason Jordan. The product of a nice open promo is Strowman and Jordan scored over a match that promised pain suffered to the latter. Strowman was actually frustrated early as Jordan dodged his attack. Unfortunately for Angle's own Jermaine son, his knee way on the Monster Arm inside zone. Kane will hit the ring. And will attack Strowman now. Revenge for last week when he was slammed into the ring. The Big Red Monster finished solo was still tripped to the third, leaving his rival gasping for air as he headed into the locker room. The Kane and Strowman feud that will not go away. Yes, Braun has been extraordinary. Sal Hill and Kane. And a serious Big Man Braun's far away to allow him to build a considerable momentum he has done for himself. Jordan was a non-factor here, a sacrificial lamb who was not really tumbled and destroyed in a manner most fans likely hoped for.
Kane's like Michael Myers, and I know that's an easy description to give him because they're masochists, are very aggressive and always showing on with murder people. But Kane's also the thing that just doesn't want to go away. They'll always pull out like a Michael Myers movie or a Freddy Krueger or Jason out every so often to make the movie companies book bucks.
This is all will come out next year.
Exactly.
Which one is it? The one Jamie Curtis.
Halloween.
Halloween, yeah.
Yeah.
And all will come out next year.
Exactly. Exactly. It's nice to see Kane sometimes. It's even nice to see some of those other things sometimes. But I think they're starting to wear out his bubble a little bit more. So I think he should probably end his little feud with Strowman really soon.
And Booker said best. Yeah, that's a shock. Booker said, and what Pat said, all these veterans keep on coming back, and they will not go away.
No.
Says Booker.
Exactly.
Who, just like them, will not go away. Next Cruiserweight action. It's like Monday Nitro. Old guys at Cruiserweights.
Yeah.
Seven Nitro had the better Cruiserweights. Andrew beating Khalees. So, just successfully retains Cruiserweight Championship Sunday night. As the Warrior Mains later ring alongside the Zotrin. Drew Gulak, Tony's Ari Demario, and Nolan Blar. Warrior bragged about his win and put himself over to the research comrades of just successes joining the so-called Zotrin. This brought up Mustafa Ali versus Swan, Cedric Alexander, and Akira Tozawa, who turned down the offer to join the group. A predictable multi-man tag match was created from the segment. Swan found himself isolated from his partners during the match and worked over by the heels. A hot tag to Alexander late turned the tide to favorite phases, but Dar laid out. Alexander caught these with the lumbar check, and Ali finished Dar with the 054, a reverse 450 splash. This was a match for the sake of a match. It did not establish a new top contender. It did not for any rivalries or create more interest in the division. Amore was a typically obnoxious himself, and now Silverman was accomplished. Segments like this is solely fully crucially quoted are infuriating and make one watch by WWE officials even bother.
I didn't get to see this part because I actually had to watch the Hulu version. And the Cruiserweights didn't make it for obvious reasons because there's not much interest in the Cruiserweight division. But from your description, it just seems like, yeah, things happened. The Cruiserweights weren't on the show, and they quickly got off without wasting too much time.
Elias brawls with Matt Hardy.
Sadly, I have to say that description.
Elias is up in the center ring, referred to himself as the Reaper of Lost Souls. A variation on the nickname utilized by another Raw superstar. Imagine that. If Bray ended up feud with Elias. After mocking the city of Houston, Elias broke out into a song that ended with the reminder and beat Matt Hardy during Sunday's kickoff show. This brought Hardy and a brawl between the two begun. Elias fled to the floor for protection, leaving Hardy to stay tall. This felt like the segment just ran together a few minutes without any real rhyme or reason for resistance. That ended rather abruptly without accomplishing anything. Note does not matter. Does anyone really think the program between Elias and Matt somehow longer should affect some role?
No.
I didn't think so.
Yeah. That's the quickest answer you can get from now. But for some reason, Raw likes doing these, especially with Elias. Just low card feuds that go on way too long than they actually should. That just because they don't have any depth there at all.
Alright.
So.
And in the main event, Intercontinental Championship match Roman Reigns versus The Miz. The main event Raw saw Miz defends the Intercontinental Championship against Roman Reigns in a match on Arrow Night. The Hollywood A-lister surprisingly controlled the majority of the match, luckily capitalizing. With Reigns still physically is also following Sunday's work in the day. Well, the pretty nice match system, Miz's determination knocks out the general manager John Bryan proved his downfall. SLO with Bryan's high kicks, Reigns delivers a super moment drop. Miz twice avoided Superman punch, though, even clipping Reigns in midair. The champion stopped letting Reigns and finally caught Miz with the Superman punch in midair. Champion started and spokily arrived on scene, intending to close the title. And the only work had not been for the big double kick out of the Skull Crush finale. Rollins and Ambrose arrived and drove the bar from ringside. Reigns tried to deliver the spear and won the title. Reigns won the Intercontinental Championship after a match with Hulk Hogan, insistently reminding the viewer it was the one title he had never held. The match itself was very strong and demonstrated saw that everyone chemistry Reigns and Miz having each other. It's a testament to Miz's growth as a performer because while Reigns would have had some to the main event when Ambrose started, this is made better by the most once superstar in WWE. Miz is the best heel in the company, and superstar around whom the Flash has been built around the last few months. He will be champion again. For now, it should be interesting to see Target's Reigns first, so I know he sees this as a long-term plan or if he would drop the short list.
It depends on what you mean by short-term, to be honest. I can see him keeping it a little past Royal Rumble at this point. Just because they're going to set up what they need him to do for WrestleMania.
I honestly see losing back to Miz.
Yeah. Another thing, Michael Cole is actually wrong. The Intercontinental title was not the only title Roman Reigns has not won. He's actually not won the Universal title. He hasn't won the main belt on Raw, in fact.
But Roman is a Grand Slam champion.
He is a Grand Slam
Right.
champion, yes.
Because you only need to win one pure... And do Grand Slam is you only win one world title.
One world title.
And one tag team.
One tag team.
And both.
United States Intercontinental.
Okay. So that he is.
Yes.
Okay.
He is that, yes. However, he does have a belt to win, which will most likely happen very shortly.
Yes. Move on to SmackDown Live. WWE SmackDown Final Star Series was a state effort. Even the stakes of pay-per-views brand warfare didn't feel significant. Team Blue's loss didn't seem to cut or repeat. The roster seemed generally annoyed Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, but for the most part, it was business as usual. The Usos won back to clash with Chad Gable, Shawn Measuring. The champion AJ Styles found some crystal pace with Jinder Mahal. Where the show delivered smart though, video was a fusion of new talent. And like Raw welcomed the 2 NXT talents. SmackDown won up the Red Brand by welcoming 3 new talent faces, and Liv Morgan and Sarah Logan.
Yep.
Throw in the reintroduction of the Bludgeon Brothers, and the show's focus on the Survivor Series for a little, but settled the head was to come. Shane McMahon kicks off the show. McMahon told fans he was proud of SmackDown, except for Owens and Zayn. Both been emerged about the Commissioner KO and Zayn claimed they would beat anybody from Raw. Shane McMahon told them the locker room has no respect for either of them. He was on the verge of firing him when Dan Bryan stepped out to offer an alternative solution. The general manager booked the Lumberjack match against the New Day. McMahon knows soul the Survivor Series lost, downplaying support as Irish Channel established an effect. The Commissioner's promo, the root catch one's attention now as Melvin and Richard rumblings about KO and Zayn's backstage sheet. Speaking of Zayn though, his great heel shtick is fantastic. He sees to turn the volume on it each week. It's not clear where his and Owens issues with McMahon will take them in the end, but the heels are making a riot on tape.
There's an opening promo that both seem to not care about the results of Survivor Series as much, but care about more of Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn's interference in the Survivor Series tag match. It's a little jumbled, but overall not a terrible promo, and you sort of do understand Shane's hatred for at least Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn going from the month before as well.
Up next, Jey Uso versus Shelton Benjamin. Chad Gable coming Shelton Benjamin ring. Jimmy Uso saw his brother Jay's corner. Jey and Benjamin traded advantage early. The former college champ was able to slow his foe down. Grounded him with finishing holes. Jay slowed his way back in the match. Jimmy and Gable meanwhile fell outside. Benjamin pounced on Jey after a missed dive and hit the pay dirt and got the win. A fun solid shown from both men here. We've only seen a sliver of what Benjamin can do so far in his current run. The best is yet to come. There seems to be an ongoing double turn, which is a surprising move in a sense, considering how the Usos have come to his heels ball, so it's not surprising in the sense of how over they are. As long as the babyface rolls, only them rely on corn jokes, the brothers will keep thriving.
It was another decent showing. I do want to see a long pay-per-view match between the name I've kind of stolen from when I got it from somebody else. I forget what.
Benjables?
Yeah, the Benjables. I forgot where I got it from, but whoever said that, I'm stealing it here. I do want to see a long-form match and pay-per-view with the Benjables versus the Usos. And that just almost solidified everything I would say.
Yes, the Benjables, alright.
Yes.
Benjables. Up next, another NXT agent. NXT's Ruby Riott. Sarah Logan and Liv Morgan attacked Naomi backstage. Becky Lynch tried to save her, but she suffered a bedazzlement. It's surprising that you went with parallel rival stories for both Raw and SmackDown. The Blue Brands New Editions don't have the advantage of being alongside Paige, but their attack was more vicious and compelling than the one from Monday Night.
Yeah.
Riott and Logan are going to instantly boost the women's division in the ring, so that's a plus. And Morgan is more work in progress, but she has a high ceiling.
For them being similar, I'm actually going to hold off on saying it's similar or it's a little too similar, they're just copying off the other brand. Because it may in fact connect. Just seeing, I know we've always heard rumors of the last couple years of an NXT invasion. It could be that. It could be. So at least for the time being, I'm going to hold off on labeling it as being copycatish. Yes, I did think this one was more vicious than the other one. I felt because they needed to make a bigger impact because there's not that name page. So I felt they did their job a lot better on this one.
Next, Bludgeon Brothers versus Hype Bros. Bludgeon Brothers beat all over Mojo Raleigh. Luke Carver and Rome knocked out Zach on the outside, cleared away, finished with Raleigh and Herbert. They were packaged clearly energized Harper and Raleigh. They brimmed with intensity, they were convincingly dominant during the Scotch House. The Bludgeon Brothers extra theme of order clicked here. Even if the outfits did look a bit corny, but I'm glad the entrance and the presentation wasn't.
Yeah.
If WWE is going to push Harper as a legit world title contender, letting him and Rome wreak havoc in tag divisions smartly.
Yeah. It's the exact opposite of what Raw was doing. Where Raw was humanly extending a long tag team title feud that should have probably been dropped months ago because there's nobody else. This one they're actually adding in.
They're tag team.
Exactly. They're adding in another contender for the Usos or for the Benjamins to fight after they get done with their curve.
Right now, it's signed up with the tag division stays on the Usos, the Benjamins, the Bludgeon Brothers, the New Day, Rizongo, the Ascension, the Hype Bros, the Colognes, A. English and Rusev, and Kevin Owens the same. So that's 10 packages. With the last two being, and they don't really see what the last
They're doing what Raw can do.
Right. Up next, AJ Styles receiving a championship challenge. Styles soaked in the adulation from the fans before recalling his match with Brock Lesnar Survivor Series. He offered the Universal Champ rematch.
We're both for it, apparently.
And then it shifted his focus to Jinder Mahal. The Maharaja appeared on the big screen, claiming he would have beaten Lesnar and we would have been referring to him as the Beastmaster. After Mahal revealed he would challenge the WWE title holder at Clash of Champions, the Singh brothers panel Styles flattened them both with Will Harper. Overall, this is actually one of my favorite parts of the show because it was a real good promo from AJ, and it was a reminder why he's such a better champ than Mahal. Jinder didn't match him in terms of electricity or emotion here. The sort of rivalry is straightforward and effective. Jinder claims he was distracted by preparing for Lesnar, and now that he wants to reclaim his crown, so that actually makes sense. He's been his time sees that go back, and at this stage of our story is miles better than all the previous stuff with Jinder when his character was too focused on him being Indian.
Yeah.
This version, Jinder being distracted. And actually, it says Jinder being prepared for Lesnar, and he got most of the focus like face AJ. Then it was championship back, so that all makes for a better story. And I just said it happened before this that AJ did. I feel like it's come off as a big star now that he lost to Lesnar.
Yeah.
In the way he did.
Oh yeah. I agree with him with that sentiment. Along with a lot of sentiments actually. But yeah, I thought this promo as well was a good promo from AJ. I thought Mahal did fine.
His face. His facials. On the Titantron, his aggravated.
Yeah, it came off kind of cheesy a little bit.
With the flag, too.
Yeah, there was at one point where I started maniacally laughing before the Singh brothers got there. I felt like I was watching like a cartoon villain. That's pretty much my nitpick of that segment, but it was fine.
Yeah. Up next,
you can't be a wrestling fan and not withstand a little bit of cheese.
Yeah. Up next, Charlotte Flair versus Natalya Smackdown Women's Championship. Backstage, Natalya mocked Flair's father and the Michelle Lemon Shivers Dora Leslie. In the ring, Flair took charge of her leg. She battered Shells with chops before Natalya seized the mat. A hard-hitting matchup ensued as Natalya recovered outside the ring. She found herself surrounded by Logan Riot and Morgan. The NXTers smashed the Queen of Hearts. Yes, I'm calling them the NXTers. Just the shortness. The NXT, because I don't want to go into the next video for the review. The NXTers smashed the Queen of Hearts and stood over her to gloat. They moved her attention and Flair leaving her line as well. This was probably actually my favorite from the show.
Yeah.
A fire match was getting rolled when the NXT woman took over. It was short out of follow the backstage tag with an assault on two more prominent stars. They immediately looked dangerous and now playing enemies if you would move forward. Without knowing their motivations, there's an unfinished feeling to the violence now. It'll be interesting to see how these rookies explain themselves and whether there's a mastermind behind it all. And well, that way, the moment created intrigue, I should partially introduce each woman.
Yeah, it's another good beatdown. I felt if you need to make an impression on your first night, that's one way of doing it.
And the main event, the New Day vs. Kano, Sami Zayn lumberjack match. With a bulk of the side of the roster around it, Owens and Zayn tying with Kofi Kingston and Big E. Once Zayn stepped outside ring, the lumberjacks piled the top 10, tying him with right hands, and then by started him. Crowd surfed him back down to the ring. KO was able to saturate and control the match. He and Zayn took turns wheeling on Kingston. The lumberjacks slowly got in fight as Chaos took off the match. When it was all clear, Zayn rolled up Kingston to still win. The New Day surrounded and built Zayn afterwards. This wasn't as great a match as it could be considering the talent involved. A solid but not solid contest had some wild fun moments at the end. The balance set up some future encounters, including Corbin versus Roode, and maybe a three-way clash between English and Rusev and New Day, Owens and Zayn. Or New Day and English Rusev and Owens and Zayn were in off the work. Owens' cowardly act, though, is the right way to use him. I will people say that. He's best served work, dangerous man, that prayer won't do anything to
Exactly, yeah.
fix the thing. It's Hunter, but WWE does see big real time.
Yeah, I didn't have any problems with the main event. Yeah, I do agree with him slightly that I do wish he's a bit more of a tough guy.
Well, that should have been Sammy. The role
exactly.
Yeah.
But it's also not outside the normal of how they've actually used that one.
Right. Yeah.
So it's not a bad. It wasn't a bad main event at all, and it wasn't a horrible depiction of Kevin Owens.
Up next, the next video we'll do our results of what shows better match of the weekend. 2 5 on the next.
All right. See you then.